All right, well, it's been too cold to hit the golf course outdoors, but you can get your fix at Par and Pour. Allie and Mike Maquet are with us this morning to introduce us to a family-friendly, locally owned indoor golfing destination. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Well, tell us, what exactly is Par and Pour?
All right, so Par and Pour, indoor virtual golf. So it's a concept we came up with about a year and a half ago, put together. It's one of the best simulators in the world. And it's a way that you can take a hobby that so many people enjoy outdoors and bring it indoors. It's perfect climate always. We've got, air conditioning, we got heat in the winter, and then we've got cold drinks, we've got great food, we've got awesome staff.
And, you mentioned this is, basically taking golf outdoors in. Are y'all golfers? How did you get into this?
That's funny. Mike has always been a golfer. He's golfed for a long time, and while he was stationed in Korea, really fell in love with indoor golf. And I have honestly picked up the sport since we've opened Par and Pour. So I am a new golfer, and I know what every new golfer is experiencing as they come into Par and Pour.
I know this is something that probably a lot more of the experienced golfers are going to enjoy. I did not hit my first golf ball with a driver until I went to, Top Golf?
Yeah.
The one in Birmingham a few years ago. Is this kind of catered to everybody as far as beginners and more experienced golfers both?
It really is built for everybody. We made an environment, because we've got kids, and our kids actually work there too. And so we wanted to be able to bring the entire family there. So everyone from the littles all the way up to the seniors can come play there. We've got golf clubs for everybody in every size, right-handed, left-handed. But similar to Top Golf and their concept, we've also got an arcade mode. So you can play some of the best golf courses in the world. We've got over 300 courses available. We've also got, 7 or 8 different arcade games that the whole family can take part in. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So how do you play virtual golf? Do you have an actual club and a golf ball? And tell us just how you create this experience.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty immersive experience. So real golf balls, real golf club. You come in, we have 5 different golf bays, and you right-handed or left-handed, and depending on the experience you want, the machine, our simulators auto tee the ball up for you. If you're on a golf course, we have all of the different hitting surfaces. So if you're in the rough, if you're in the bunker, if you're on the fairway, you're gonna get that full experience. And then our simulators are real-time responsive, so as soon as you hit that ball, you're seeing it respond on the screen.
Wow.
Even better than that, we've got these swing plates. They're on hydraulics. And so based off the lie that you're at on the course, you'll actually get different undulations of the course that you're hitting from. So if the ball's above your feet or below your feet, that makes a difference when you're playing real golf. So once again, a really immersive golf experience.
Yeah, really simulates that experience.
Yeah, I'm curious if you go into more details. You mentioned you guys are able to simulate whenever the ball's in the fairway, in the bunker, in the rough, places like that. How are you guys able to do that? How does that work? And then kind of along that same vein, how does putting work in virtual golf?
Yeah, why don't you talk about the camera system on the golf zone?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different different simulator systems, I should say, that are out there. There's radar-based, there's camera-based. Ours is a camera-based system. So what it does is it's got several really high-speed cameras that can see that ball. It can see all the little dimples in that ball, and it makes a really quick prediction over a short amount of time. So when you make contact with the ball, it's like, okay, hey, from here to here, I can see the backspin, I can see the side spin, I can see the speed, the distance it's going to go, and it does it very, very fast, so you know what's happening. What makes our system different, and I would say better than a lot of other systems, is the different hitting surfaces. So in conjunction with our auto tee, you don't have to lean over and find your ball and pick it up, put it on the tee. It'll pop it right up to the tee height you want automatically. Based off, you can put your, we've got an application we use, so you can use that app, put in your information. It keeps track of all of your distances and your tee heights and things like that you want. When you get off the tee, you're either going to be, in the fairway, or if you play like me, you're going to be in the rough. And so you're going to be hitting from other surfaces, right? We've got a fairway surface. We've got multiple rough surfaces. We've actually got different bunker surfaces too. So if you're a real golfer, being able to hit out of a different surface rather than just a continuous mat, it's a better experience, and so it's more realistic.
Wow, this is so interesting, and I love how you totally don't have to be a pro to do this. Like, anyone can come in and enjoy it, of all ages. We talked a lot about the golfing experience and how all of that works. Tell us about, I know y'all have food and drinks, though. Tell us what's on the menu, too.
Yeah. So Par and Pour is open to all ages. We do have a full bar, but we cater to everyone. And then in December, we opened our own food truck. So it's called the Fryway. Everything's full service. So you come in, whether you're golfing or not golfing, if you want to hang out, you just order from your bay host and we'll bring the food into you. But we aim to be a very welcoming and inclusive experience. So if you come in, you're gonna feel special and you're gonna be catered to.
Tell us about, this seems like it's a pretty new experience to me. Obviously, we have things like Top Golf and all that stuff, but actually coming in and having indoor virtual golf, at least to me, that sounds like a pretty new experience.
Yeah.
What do you expect kind of that, I don't know how to word this, kind of this area of experience? How do you see this going over the next several years? Similar to how maybe axe throwing or something like that been. How do you see this growing and expanding over the next several years?
It's funny, we get the axe reference all the time. It's like kind of like axe. The problem is people don't train and get a handicap for axe throwing. Like there's professional golfers. There's this massive following with retirees that do golf. Like golf is an up and coming sport that people play and they work to get better at. And so we feel like this is a market that's going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And we picked a segment that was scalable. And so where Topgolf, great concept. It's a huge facility. It's great food. It's great drinks. And it's a big complex. But you can't have that in every small town. Our business has got 5 bays. It's 4,000 square feet. It's very scalable to almost every community that you could put it in, basically. And so it's nice that we don't have to have billions of dollars invested in this giant plot of land. We can put it in a 4,000 square foot building.
Yeah.
And we actually are in the heart of downtown Enterprise. So we took a historic building and repurposed it and redid it, and we really kind of kept the roots. But we were able to use the existing space to put something back to downtown that people really enjoy.
So where exactly are y'all located, and how can people, come out and enjoy this? Like, do they need to sign up ahead of time? Can they walk in? Those details.
Yeah. So like Mike said, we are downtown Enterprise. We're on Easy Street. So if you come, we're about a block from the Bull Weevil statue. We all know where the Bull Weevil statue is. And we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. But on our website, parandpour.com, you can book a bay in advance, which we highly recommend, especially on weekends. We get very busy, but you can book a bay online, and then you come on in. But you can also walk in. If you find yourself in Enterprise or downtown looking for something to do, you can just walk in, and we usually can get you in.
And what have y'all enjoyed most about growing this business and creating this experience for customers in the community?
I like the events we've started to put on. So, we see a lot of birthday parties and corporate events and things like that come in, but we actually started doing league nights. And so we've got a Monday league night, we've got a Wednesday league night. Funny enough, we've got a cornhole league that's now started on Tuesday nights out in our yard. We've got a space just beside our building that we do outside cornhole on Tuesdays. And so it's been kind of fun to see the regulars and the competition and the prizes that we give out and the cash that's involved as well. It's really grown this network of people and a lot of friendships that we wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yeah, and that sense of community has also grown, where we're starting a Veterans League once a month in February, which will be nice. And all of the different veterans organizations are pulling together teams, and we're excited that sense of community has taken on, and other organizations have seen a way to kind of capture it and be involved. Yeah.
Do y'all have any goals for 2026 or anything that you're hoping to do this year?
2025 was wild. I will say Enterprise and the Wiregrass has just wrapped their arms around us and been so supportive. Mike did flight school here in 2009, and we've been back several times. We'll now retire out of Fort Rucker, but we just love Enterprise. We love the Wiregrass, and this was the goal to come back. So we are local, and we love being a part of it. And this year, like I said, December, we opened our food truck, so we're excited to continue to see that grow. Every month, we bring in kind of a different special. So our menu, we have loaded fries, bar food, chicken tenders, kind of that easy to eat while you golf stuff. So we're excited to keep expanding the menu there. And then also, like Mike mentioned, continue to grow our league nights and continue to host people's parties and retirements and birthdays and all of that.
Yeah, so many great ideas that y'all have, and just this experience that y'all have created for people. Just as we begin to wrap up, what do you hope that people take away from this experience every time they come and get to enjoy a time with friends and family at Par and Pour?
Golf is the #1 activity in the Wiregrass, but a lot of times we find that our spouses are going out on the golf course alone, and that doesn't have to be the case. So Par and Pour creates the opportunity where everyone can come golf and be together. Whether you want to golf or not golf, come and hang out. And we find that Friday, Saturday nights, we are the big date night social. So whether you're choosing the course or choosing arcade mode, it's really just an opportunity for everyone to get together and have a good time. And that's what we hope people do and take from the experience.
Yeah.
Mike, you mentioned that it can simulate over 300 golf courses. Which one has been your favorite one to to simulate?
It's funny because there's so many real courses. They actually go and they map out these courses and all the different angles and everything is accurate and perfect. One of my favorites though is a virtual course, and they actually take some of the best holes from real courses and they combine it into a virtual background. And so my favorite course is called Life Best, and it's fun because you can hit it down mountains and it'll bounce down mountains. You can hit it between big V notches and things like that. Some of the holes have like a 40-knot wind behind you, so it really makes you drive super far. They've got island courses and things like that. It's fun because it's just different, but that's one of a few that we've got. We've got one that looks like Jurassic Park. We've got one that looks like Candyland. And so there's really like kind of a fun course for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Allie and Mike, for joining us for Morning Mingle today. A great chat with y'all. Love learning more about your business.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.